Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. September 16th it goes down. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, the Golden Boy himself, the original Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, he was on ESPN First Take. The link is in the description. Check it out for yourself. I'm just going to paraphrase and talk about what he was saying in that particular video. Obviously, massive news in the boxing world. Canelo, I was born ready versus, hell no guys, Gennady Golovkin. Bravo. I'm glad this fight is happening. The ESPN First Take staff, Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith, they congratulated and thanked Oscar De La Hoya for keeping his word. He said it would happen in the fall of this year. I mean, they did say it would happen last year too, but beyond that, he said it would happen. I think there was an immense amount of pressure, but it is what it is. It's just kind of like, to me, I have my own theories, like Kell Brook versus Errol Spence, same thing. I think Kell Brook was kind of backed into a wall, if you will. Like, you know what I mean? If you didn't fight Errol Spence Jr., with all the pressure from the media, the fans, and how much exposure it was getting, and Errol Spence putting man down, he would have looked extremely bad in the public's eyes. And they've already done that to Canelo because he vacated his belt. So they kind of needed to make this fight. I'm not going to say you have to because, I mean, some people don't care, right? So this was a necessity to restore Canelo's image, to me. But there's no use crying over spilt milk. It didn't happen last year. 2017 is a great year in boxing in general, so I'm glad it is happening. But Oscar De La Hoya said something very interesting. Max Kellerman asked, you fought everyone in your prime. He was talking to De La Hoya. You fought everybody. So, I mean, you can't deny that. Oscar did fight. He fought Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Fernando Vargas. He fought Ike Corte, Pernell Whitaker, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. twice, right? As a gold medalist, the man has scraps. He's been in there with whoever, right? He really fought everybody. So you got to respect De La Hoya for his career in boxing. But Max Kellerman, he said, your fighter fought Canelo Alvarez fought Floyd Mayweather, and he took a loss. Do you think that since he took a loss, it's helped him and he needed to go through that? Or does Golovkin have an advantage because he's undefeated? And De La Hoya says, he basically says that Canelo, he's getting stronger, faster, more experienced, and wise. But he admitted, like you guys see in the title, he admitted that Floyd Mayweather is the best fighter of this generation. So truth always comes out. And I was surprised that he admitted that. The reason being because he's always, especially since like Richard Schaefer left Golden Boy and he wasn't a part of the Mayweather-Pacquiao situation, he's always taking jabs, always taking slights at Mayweather-Pacquiao, what that fight was, and it is what it is, man. But he admitted that, you guys can listen to the audio, he says Canelo's getting better and he lost to the greatest fighter of this generation. So make no mistake about it, that's how De La Hoya feels. And I know that's how he feels, even though he always takes jabs at Floyd Mayweather, constantly bringing up Maypac and saying, oh, he even kind of subtly alluded to it in this fight. He's saying, they said, was there a lot of pressure to make the fight? And he was like, yeah, there's a lot of pressure from the fans. But truth be told, this was only a year and a half in the making. We didn't wait 6 years. So obviously he's trying to reference the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. And I'm gonna be real, and I don't care who's mad or who doesn't like it or whatnot. The Pacquiao, the very first riff in the Mayweather-Pacquiao is because Pacquiao did not want to take a drug test. Point blank, period, right? We could have got the fight then if he took the drug test. And then what happened after, I think it was both of their faults. Both of the teams and pride and egos and stuff, no pun intended. That's what happened. But the very first, if you trace this back like X-Men Origins, you go back to the root, you know, Logan, where they show you the root and the origin of the characters. If you go back to the origin of that storyline, the very first issue was Floyd Mayweather imposed an Olympic-style blood and urine drug test, and Pacquiao and team said no. He's afraid of needles. Floyd is not our boss. He doesn't dictate to us. We're going to listen to the commission. That is facts. You guys can do your research. So the whole Mayweather-Pacquiao 6 years gets a bad rap. As far as I know, drug testing, none of that was an issue. There was no opposing networks. It's not like Triple G's fighting on Showtime and Canelo's on HBO. So this fight could have been made. But it is made now. I'm happy for it. And it's funny to see people, like, the truth always comes out, whether you want it to or not. You know what I mean? It usually does if you pay close attention. And Oscar De La Hoya admitted that Floyd is the best of this generation, which I agree with. And Max Kellerman, who said Floyd isn't the best of this generation, he said Pacquiao is because he moved up more weight classes in a post-fight interview. Max Kellerman definitely didn't challenge when De La Hoya said it. So men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Floyd is the best of this generation. That is what it is. As far as Canelo Golovkin, that's a great fight. De La Hoya is saying it's the biggest fight ever. Don't believe that. I don't think it will be the biggest fight ever. And this is no shade. Like, a lot of people are emotional and stuff. Do I think it can be more entertaining than Mayweather-Pacquiao? Yes. I personally didn't have a huge problem with Mayweather-Pacquiao. It played out like I expected, but based on the fighting styles of Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin, and that's what a lot of people get twisted. A lot of people think that fighters fight based on how they were taught, their upbringing, and how they were trained, and their instinctual ability and style, right? Canelo Golovkin, that's going to promise action because that's how both fighters fight. Golovkin is not the biggest guy on defense, right? He's very offensive, very aggressive, boxer puncher. Canelo's like a boxer puncher, better defense, slow feet. So they have no choice but to be in front of each other for the most part. Canelo does better if you stand in front of him. Golovkin does better if he hunts you down and stuff and gets off first. So that's that. Pacquiao needed to make the adjustments and he failed to do that. So that's just what it is. But you look at Golovkin or Canelo, every fighter has certain things that they're susceptible to, and styles make fights. Canelo versus Golovkin, I think, will be an entertaining fight and a good fight because of the stylistic DNA of both fighters. I don't think it'll be the biggest fight of all time. It's going to be very hard to beat the Mayweather. I think it'll do very good. I think it'll do really good. But when we're talking about Canelo versus Cotto did under $1 million in this current landscape of boxing, when we're talking about Golovkin, both of his pay-per-views under 200,000, anywhere from 96 to 150,000 versus David Lemieux, and then he fought Daniel Jacobs on HBO pay-per-view. I don't see how it possibly could. Again, this is no shade. This is a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. You have to understand and separate the emotion and listen to what's being said versus, oh, you're hating. This is just my opinion. I don't think it will be the biggest fight ever because, like I said, Mayweather-Pacquiao had a long time to manifest before we actually got it. So people used to argue day and night on the internet about who would win. My guy's gonna win. Pacquiao's too fast. Floyd doesn't deal with speed and southpaw as well, stuff like that. Floyd's too technical, and it took a while for it to happen. This fight, De La Hoya is saying it took 1.5 years, and now we're getting it. So it's a little bit different circumstances. I also think the market is different. You have more ways to stream fights and things like that. I do think the live gate, merchandise sold, the press tours, the weigh-ins, those are all going to be lit. And I think overall, it does, like, I tell you guys the numbers because this is what I do. I cover boxing, but I don't really care about that. If anything, I just want all these fights like Joshua Klitschko, Kell Brook, Errol Spence, Canelo Golovkin, any meaningful fight like this, I want them all to do good, right? Because that helps grow the sport of boxing. So I'm glad K2 and Golden Boy got this fight done. This is a big fight for the middleweight division. I got a follow-up video that I'm going to make talking about some other things, but De La Hoya said that Floyd is the best fighter of this generation, and Canelo in losing has improved, and I don't think anyone can really take that away from him. If you look at the Mayweather curse and guys who have fought Mayweather, a lot of them never went on to improve. You know what I mean? And Canelo clearly has. Luckily, he was young enough and he took them lumps early, and he was able to improve and mentally strong. You got to give Canelo props for being mentally strong, because if you weren't mentally strong, then a loss like that could ruin you. Because make no mistake about it, people always say Mayweather picked him because he was too green. Canelo was calling out Mayweather. See, that's how I know some of y'all don't know shit about boxing. You haven't been watching boxing long enough. Canelo was the one who was aggressively calling out Floyd Mayweather after fights, saying he was ready. So there's no excuses. Like that's why I don't do all that shoulder injury and he was too green. I'm from the old school. Don't start none, won't be none. Don't call out a man. Robert Guerrero called out Floyd, and it was just mandatory. Canelo called out Floyd. Everybody thinks they can rump with Floyd and catch that wreck and do something with him until they actually fight. So there's no excuses after, oh, my shoulder was sore, oh, I have athlete's feet and toe jam. No, you lost. You said you clearly were calling him out a year and a half, so you must have been ready. So let me know what you guys think. Canelo versus Golovkin, a massive fight for the sport of boxing. Will it be the biggest ever? You let me know in the comment section. I don't think it will, but I think it can stand to be one of the biggest fights in recent memory, right? I don't even know if it would overdo or outdo Floyd versus Canelo, just based on the styles. People have to understand race sells too. Floyd being African American, Canelo being Mexican on a Mexican holiday, that alone is going to help the one card sell. Plus they had Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matisse on the same card. So just my forecast. Let me know what you guys think. Will this be the biggest fight ever? Drop it in the comment section. And let me know what you guys think of De La Hoya saying that Floyd was the best fighter of this generation, aside from all the jabs he's taken at Floyd in recent memory and the Dear Floyd letter that he wrote a little while back. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.